Hey you, YouTube Red is a...
I like your shirt.
Oh really? I like your shirt too. If you like these shirts, you can get them and more over at Prisk.shop. Yep, I have merch now. Isn't that awesome?
Isn't that awesome?
Okay, go buy it.
Okay, go buy it.
If you've been on YouTube for a while now, you probably remember YouTube Red, but if you're unfamiliar, in like 2015, YouTube launched a subscription service called YouTube Red, right? It's what I just said. Basically, you'd get ad-free viewing, you could like download your videos or whatever, but the main sales point is you'd get access to some awesome original shows and movies with some of your favorite creators, like Scare PewDiePie, fucking The Thinning with Logan Paul. I know you guys love Logan Paul, right? Yeah. Or you could watch something like Me and My Grandma. Don't these sound awesome? Basically, YouTube Red gave a bunch of random creators a bunch of money to make whatever show or movie they wanted, and they would start promoting it, right? It's pretty clear this was their attempt to compete with the Netflix originals, and hey, I mean, they sure do match them in quality, right? But what happened to YouTube Red, you know? Why don't they still make these originals? I mean, Netflix still does. They haven't gotten any better. I think YouTube Red actually had a lot going for it conceptually. Like, it's already a big name platform. It's got a ton of traffic. You know, it had extra perks. You could get ad-free viewing, offline downloads. I mean, even its advertising was done for it, you know? Just ask, like, Logan Paul to talk about it in his next video. Preferably one where he's not apologizing again. Oh, yeah. One of the biggest killers for YouTube Red is also, like, its main marketing strategy, which was the creators that they chose. Because, again, conceptually, it sounds great, right? Get these already huge names to tell their fans about a show that they're producing and they're gonna be in, and the fans are gonna eat that up. They're gonna go crazy for it. I mean, imagine how insane people would go for, like, Man vs. Schlatt. You know? Come on, that would sell. You know that would sell. The problem, though, honestly, is the creators they chose. I mean, even for the time, some of them were pretty wild picks. I mean, Lele Pons, FouseyTube. What? But I mean, even the ones that seemed like good picks in the beginning end up falling into some weird controversies, and then the rest of them were already just pretty generally hated by a large portion of the internet. The Thinning was probably the most well-known YouTube original. I mean, everyone and their mother was dogging on this movie. You name a guy that talks about shitty movies on YouTube, I guarantee they have a video about The Thinning. And for good reason. I mean, this movie was ass.
How many sides does a pentagon have? 5.
For those of you that haven't heard of this movie, basically the blonde girl from Jessie and Logan Paul are in a dystopian America where if you fail your SAT, you get executed. That's it. That's the whole story. And to be fair, the movie itself was shot pretty okay. You know, the set seemed fine and everything like that. The problem with this movie and pretty much all of these YouTube originals is, the acting. But also just the script writing in general just was never really strong. Like, this movie takes itself so seriously when it's talking about like the tests and the pressure on them to pass these so they don't die. But they were so bad at convincing the audience that it was serious. I mean, one second Logan Paul is sitting in the corner terrified of this test because if he fails, he dies, right? And then the next second he's blowing it off and just going to like walk around the park or something. They were really bad at actually making the test feel like it had any sort of stakes to it. Honestly, the acting in general is pretty weak all around. The tone is all over the place. No one feels like they're in the same movie. I kind of feel like I'm watching a Steven Seagal movie, which is not a compliment.
Oh, well, do I do this every day? Hello? Do I look British? Do I look like a British person?
Out of the way, bitches. Wade Freeman, all-star quarterback. Represent!
How the hell is that guy still here?
Like, what was that? It really pains me to say it, but I think Logan was the best actor in this movie, which is less of a compliment to him and more of a, damn, really? This is the best guy in the movie? Terrible script and casting choices aside, even if the general public did like Logan Paul, this still just wouldn't have worked. The problem isn't who they chose, it's that YouTube completely misunderstood why people like these guys in the first place. No one likes Logan Paul because he's some grand thespian who deserves an Oscar. They like him because of his intense personality. All of these creators make it because they have intense personalities in some way or another, so turning them into actors and getting rid of that personality just feels like you're stripping away the only thing that makes them popular or interesting in the first place. It's kind of like The Rock. I think he's a really good example because you're just getting this vaguely recognizable dude who has no idea how to act like anything other than himself, you know? I mean, seriously, why did they choose Logan Paul for a dramatic, serious movie? This guy's comeback from filming a dead body in the forest was tasting a rat in a trash can. And you cast him for this? What is wrong with these people? But hey, let's say they had the perfect creators, everything was perfect, Logan Paul was this beautiful actor that brought everybody to the screen. There was still one huge, glaring issue. You gotta pay for it, man. In an abstract sense, it doesn't sound that bad. I mean, pretty much every streaming service today has some sort of paywall. Until you remember we're on fucking YouTube, man. YouTube has been free to access since 2005 when it was created, so to all of a sudden pop in 10 years later and go, hey guys, here's some reality shows and a movie with Logan Paul. Now you owe us 10 bucks. It's pretty obvious how people were gonna react, right? And sure, the no ads is nice and downloading videos to watch on a plane is pretty convenient, but they didn't market YouTube Red with this very much. Their driving force in the marketing was, look, you can watch a documentary about Lele Pons. By simply placing this price tag on it, they end up putting themselves in conversation with streaming giants like Hulu or Netflix or Peacock. Okay, not Peacock, but they end up putting themselves with these actual industry giants, and they just did not have the budget or the names to sell it. Well, hold on. I mean, they did have Brent Rivera. But seriously, the second you start charging money for the content, especially on an already free app, you're stating that this is now the premium content, right? And viewers are expecting it to live up to the premium name, and most importantly, the premium price point, right? I mean, what makes The Thinning so much better than These Glasses Cured My Color Blindness that now they're charging me money to watch it? To be blunt, absolutely nothing. That movie sucks ass, and that's where I think everything starts to fall apart. Because now the average viewer isn't scrolling aimlessly looking for something as background noise, like what you did with this video, or just something, you know, chill to watch on a weekend. They're actively seeking content that will justify their 10 bucks a month that they're spending on it. But you know what? Instead of just vaguely talking about script writing or quality, I think I'm gonna rank them. Hey, welcome to YouTube's first YouTube Red tier list Red Room where everything is red. I'm gonna be ranking every single YouTube original movie, and to give a good baseline, we're also gonna be putting them on a list next to the Netflix original movie, Marriage Story. You know, the every day I wake up and I hope you're dead. That movie, we're gonna put it against that one. Why, you might ask? Well, YouTube Red and Netflix were actually the exact same price when they came out, and these movies are both originals from their respective companies, so surely YouTube should be able to match the quality if they're asking for the same price, right? I think I'm gonna put Marriage Story in a solid A tier. It was pretty good. I liked the movie. I would recommend it to a friend if they asked, but it wasn't like a life-changing, holy shit, I understand the meaning of the universe now kind of movie, right? It's just pretty good. I mean, surely something from YouTube can beat it, or at least match it in quality, right? The Thinning and its sequel were both F tier. They had like 2 good scenes, and both of them were from the dad.
And do you know what we do with parasites? We wash them out!
Snap follows a 2006 Snap rap group being beaten out by mumble rappers. It was probably fun for the time, but it's super outdated now, and a lot of the jokes just kind of suck. I'm gonna give it like a C tier. Now the next one is actually interesting. Stalking Vampire is a Japanese horror drama movie that also pays a huge homage to just Japanese YouTube in general. It mostly follows a guy who feels like he's not enough and will never make it as a creative because of his limitations and his lack of creativity, which surprised me and was honestly pretty relatable because I too constantly fear that I'll never be enough and will always fail to reach my goals. B tier. Viper Club is a really weird movie. It also wasn't a YouTuber starring in it for once. It was Sarah Sarandon. And it had an actual theatrical release. I don't know. She's trying to save her kid from a terrorist group. Like over the phone. I don't know why it exists. D tier. Laser Team and Laser Team 2 are both alien movies produced by Rooster Teeth.
Daddy likes.
C tier. Now Dance Camp was Camp Rock, but without Demi Lovato on coke, so like C tier. Oh, it also had Jake Paul, so like D tier. We Love You? No, we did not. It was a really weird movie. It had Lele Pons and FouseyTube and Ray William Johnson. I don't know, man. I don't know what they were thinking with this one. I'm gonna say D tier. Now, while I was compiling all of these, the wiki said there was a movie called Jingle Ballin', but I genuinely could not find it anywhere. No matter how much I searched, I could not find it, which is honestly kind of funny and really hammers in my point about these movies having absolutely no impact, so. B tier, thank you. Ghostmates. Ghostmates is the entire reason I wanted to make this video, and honestly, I kind of just want to keep talking about Ghostmates. It might be the best movie I've ever seen in my life. C tier. The Keys of Christmas was a Christmas special that they just threw a bunch of famous people in, like Mariah Carey and DJ Khaled, so F tier. I don't know why I would watch this. Alexander IRL feels like a Disney original. It's a movie about Brent Rivera and Freddie from fucking iCarly. Remember that guy? They're getting into wacky hijinks while their parents are out of town. Also, it sounds like it was mixed in a cave.
Come on, boys, come on. Liz waiting. All right. Call myself, but only in emergencies.
I'm gonna go C tier on this one, max. So the next one is called Reggae Shark Adventures. Feels like some shit Glep would be watching. I don't know, man. I don't even know what I'm supposed to say about it other than the reggae shark, this guy.
Oh my jaw, what is that?
He is voiced by a bald white dude. So F tier, I guess. I don't know. Heist with Markiplier and Space with Markiplier are both pretty cool, and I swear I'm not biased towards Markiplier because I think this was a fun concept, but I'm gonna be honest, the like super interactive make your own choice shows have never been super enjoyable to me. I feel like it always just kind of takes away from the story. I'm just gonna say B tier. I think they could have been better. Signals is an anti-pollution ad shot through the mind of the plastic itself. It was a surprisingly creative, weird little short. It kind of felt like an Adult Swim short, but the problem with that is it leans really hard into like the millennial humor that I just do not vibe with. So I'm gonna say just B tier. It was pretty cool though. The final one on this list are these two Buster kids movies. It's about a bus who's alive, very Thomas the Tank Engine. Pretty unoriginal, but still probably good for kids. I'm sure if you put this in front of a kid, it'd be better than Coco Melon. So I guess like C tier. I don't know. But with Buster out of the way, that's all 19 original movies. I could definitely see things like The Thinning and Viper Club ending up on Netflix. They feel like Netflix original quality, but they feel like barely advertised, bottom of the barrel, you just randomly found this one day Netflix quality, not the flagship movies of the platform, you know? I'm genuinely curious if the decision makers for a lot of these movies have ever once been on YouTube before joining the team. That being said, not everything they made was shit. I mean, some of their best stuff came when they didn't try to turn these creators into actors and just made shows that kind of followed them around. The other side of YouTube Red was its shows, and some of them were actually pretty great. I mean, Vsauce's show Minefield, that shit still rocks. And then you've got like Rhett and Link's show, what they did was pretty cool. I mean, they still do it over on Wonderhole, but that actually kind of proves my next point. These shows were good because they were just bigger versions of what these creators were already doing. Like Scare PewDiePie. Scare PewDiePie was a series that followed PewDiePie, you know, the biggest YouTuber at the time, until he came to a bridge in his career. Basically, it was just him going through a bunch of like haunted houses and shit. Hence the name Scare PewDiePie, right? I mean, I was never really a fan of PewDiePie growing up, but I actually thought this show was a pretty fun idea at the time. I mean, it perfectly builds on what he was known for, which was screaming at literally any movement in any horror game ever. And 9-year-olds, I guess. I don't really remember what that was about. But the cherry on top to this was he would also bring in a bunch of other huge names from the genre, like Markiplier. You know, he also had Aaron from Game Grumps on an episode. And fucking MatPat. I didn't know that. Now, this show was one of YouTube Red's flagship pieces. I would see Scare PewDiePie shit absolutely everywhere, begging me to watch it. Which is where the price point issue started biting them again in a completely different way. See, 2016 YouTube was still pretty Wild West. You know, people taking brand deals and sponsorships every video was still not super common, and in a lot of genres, especially like gaming spheres, was still pretty frowned upon. So when fans started hearing that PewDiePie partnered with YouTube directly, they started freaking out. They started getting outraged, right? Tons of people calling him some sold out beta cuck, bad idiot, bad for making the show and making them pay for it. Because again, it was basically just PewDiePie's normal videos, but with a slightly higher production and watered down jokes, you know, so the advertisers can get in. I mean, seriously, why would I pay $10 a month to watch a show called Scare PewDiePie when he pisses his pants for free in every video? I really do think the biggest problem was just that YouTube did not understand its audience at all. I don't really know how people feel in the modern YouTube space, but at least in 2016 YouTube, most people watched it because it was an escape from reality TV. It was different, you know, it felt more personalized. There was no huge production value reality TV show shit. It was mostly just guy in bedroom makes you laugh for 20 minutes. So when fans started seeing stuff like this crop up, they started seeing it like it was the end times for YouTube. I mean, seriously, people got really weird about it. They started acting like that rat from Flushed Away, you know? But I can see where these concerns came from. You can't just take a platform entirely built on its personality and crazy individuals and turn it into every other corporate shill reality studio and think people will still like it and tune in. It's not gonna work. Well, I guess Mr. Beast was able to do that, but in normal circumstances, it doesn't work, right? Mr. Beast isn't real. He can't hurt you. It's okay. He can't hurt you. I mean, seriously though, think of your favorite creator. Oh, it's not me. Most people don't watch their favorite creator because of production value or how cool their room is. You watch them for them, right? I mean, obviously these can all be part of the equation, but ultimately most people watch their favorite creators for their personality. Now, the other unfortunate issue with a personality-focused platform is a lot of the big personalities kinda suck. They always somehow find themselves in like the weirdest controversies and get everything shut down, and there's no better example then scare PewDiePie. Yeah, I mean, we had to come back to it. Come on, you knew this was gonna happen. Simply put, creators are very different from actors because when you make a show entirely built around a creator, it's also tied to everything that creator does outside of it. And they're doing a lot of shit outside of it. You know, when a Netflix star gets into a controversy, yeah, it's bad, but they can just write him out. They can fire him, recast the character, get a new guy who isn't as evil, right? But when PewDiePie decides to, I don't know, innocently ask a group of dudes on Fiverr to hold up a sign that says death to all Jews, it kind of kills the show. That's not a joke, by the way. That's actually what happened. But no matter what the controversy is, the second that happens, the show's over. You know, they can't recast PewDiePie on Scare PewDiePie because he's the PewDiePie that they're scaring on the Scare PewDiePie. It's PewDiePie, it's in the name. And while his controversy definitely had the most impact, this wasn't a one-off thing at all. You had the myriad of problems with Logan Paul. You know, you had a bunch of other creators constantly getting into stupid drama that to outside investors or even people just kind of unfamiliar with YouTube made the entire thing feel really gross. I mean, let's say I've never used YouTube before, right? But I get an ad for YouTube Red. Why the fuck am I gonna watch a movie starring the guy whose biggest achievement is filming a dead body in the forest?
I think there's someone hanging right there.
And Peyton List. This isn't meant to be a Logan Paul hate video, but I think people forget the entire point of that vlog was to find a dead body. The vlog was called We Went to the Suicide Forest. That's what he was looking for. He was wearing a fucking Toy Story hat. Come on, guys. But at the end of the day, the real problem with YouTube Red, the reason it felt like I was circling myself a lot in this video, is that it wasn't just one big problem that killed it. You know, it wasn't just a specific bad movie, the price point, Lele Pons as a concept. It was the entire idea just doesn't fit the platform. YouTube isn't built around studios or scripts or characters. It's built around the individuals that use it and the individuals that upload on it. Yes, a lot of them turn out to be horrible fucking people who can't stop doing evil shit, but the second you try to turn those people into something that they're not, you lose the only reason they were popular in the first place. And to make it even worse, now they need to stay consistent, marketable, controversy-free? We're talking about 2016 YouTube. Leafy was still here. What are you saying? To be honest, it is a little sad to see it fail. Yeah, most of the stuff they produced was pretty objectively ass, but I think if they had honed this idea a lot more and made it as a way to boost the creators people loved rather than try to weirdly paywall the stuff they were already doing, I think it could have been really cool. I think Space and Heist with Markiplier are actually really good examples. You know, doing a fun special like this where it's still very clearly the YouTuber, he's just in a wacky scenario, would have been a much better path to success in my opinion. I mean, even today, these are like the only things people still talk about in a positive light from the YouTube Red era. Oh, and Ghostmates. I love Ghostmates. Actually, if this video gets 10,000 likes, I'm gonna make a Ghostmates video. Actually, if this video gets 100, I think a great way to sum up YouTube Red is it is a great concept if you're a marketing executive who's never once been on the platform. If you like the shirt I'm wearing, you can head over to Prisk.shop. I've spent a lot of time working on the stuff over there. I think you guys will really like it. I just wanted to find some fun thing to do to celebrate hitting 50K, so that'll be up for a while. Seriously, I'm still shocked at how many of you guys like these videos, so I just hope you guys stick around and see what what I'm doing in the future, because it's gonna be cool, okay? But with all that being said, my name is Prisk, that's Reggie, this is also Reggie, and I'll see you tomorrow, actually. Your mom invited me for dinner, and I'm really excited. She's making a casserole.